The legend of Anfield has in many ways been built on dramatic European nights under the floodlights of various different shapes and sizes, but in terms of raw human sentiment, Anfield was rarely known a night as supercharged as when manager Gerard Houllier returned from the dugout after months of convalescence following a life-threatening heart problem to help his Liverpool team overcome a star-studded AS Roma side and reach the Champions League quarter-finals in their first season in the rebranded competition. 5 months earlier, Liverpool had hosted Leeds United and the football world was stunned when the news broke in the minutes after the final whistle that the Frenchman had been rushed to the Royal Liverpool Hospital after feeling unwell, with fears being that Houllier had suffered a heart attack. An 11-hour operation was thankfully enough to save his life, and as he took the baby steps on the extended road to recovery, assistant boss and European Cup winning captain Phil Thompson stepped in as temporary gaffer. By the time March 2002 rolled around, Liverpool needed to beat Roma by 2 clear goals in order to progress to the quarter-finals of the Champions League. A packed and expectant Anfield had just given the two teams a rapturous reception onto the pitch when, to a blare of camera flashlights, Houllier emerged from the tunnel and was immediately enveloped in a hug by Roma manager Fabio Capello, a friend from their time working together on UEFA technical committees. With news of the manager's return rapidly spreading around the ground to send the already electric atmosphere into a different dimension. Facing a stellar Roma side featuring the likes of Francesco Totti, Gabriel Batistuta, Vincent Candela, Damian Tomasi and Emerson, Liverpool were not at full strength, with Michael Owen out injured, Nicolas Anelka ineligible and Di Mahaman suspended, but with adrenaline coursing through the veins and Dr. Abbas Rashid, the surgeon who had operated on Houllier, watching from the director's box, the Reds tore into the Italians from the first whistle and grabbed an early stranglehold on the game that they never looked likely to relinquish. After only 5 minutes, the ball dropped to Danny Murphy on the edge of the penalty box, whose legs were taken by midfielder Marcus Assunção as he shaped to shoot, leaving the referee with no alternative but to point to the penalty spot. As Anfield held its breath, veteran striker Jari Litmanen stepped up to coolly send Antonio Oli the wrong way from 12 yards to give Houllier and Liverpool the dream start that they'd been praying for. The job was far from complete yet, with Roma only needing to avoid defeat to qualify and Liverpool knowing only a victory by 2 clear goals would guarantee their own progress, but galvanised by the return of the leader, there was no let up from the Reds. On 63 minutes, Liverpool doubled their lead with a goal greeted by a roar which nearly took the roof off Anfield. A clever Litmanen turn on the left flank saw him pull back by midfielder Tomasi, and from the resulting free kick, Danny Murphy's in-swinging delivery was met by Emil Heskey, who hung in the air and directed a powerful downward header into the net to send Anfield wild with delight. An emotional Phil Thompson declared after the game the manager's return to the dugout had inspired both the team and the fans to produce one of the greatest nights that Anfield has ever witnessed.